What's up, folks? My name's Ezicle Agbalog, and I'm here to talk about teenage pregnancy. But before that, I want to share with you some information about me. So there you have my name already. Again, I'm Ezicle Agbalog. I'm a 17-year-old grade 12 ABM student at Ilocos Norte College of Arts and Trades, and I currently reside at Basukin, Ilocos Norte. Now, getting to the main point, why am I talking about teenage pregnancy and not some other issues instead, like the upcoming elections, COVID-19, stray animals, social media addiction, and whatnot? Well, it is particularly for the reason that my mates and I have seen that this controversial issue needs immediate prevention because the number of young parents who are becoming teen moms are uncontrollably ascending all these years. As we all know, teenage pregnancy is when a young girl aged 19 and below gets pregnant because of various dominant factors like unprotected sex, sexual abuse, lack of guidance from parents, and many more. So when a young girl gets pregnant, there are many complications as well that are very evident, particularly to the mother's well-being and even to our society. First, becoming a parent when the body is not matured enough might be incapable of giving birth to a healthy offspring. And second, if you become a parent when you're not financially stable yet, it can lead to poverty, which is one thing our country is very known for. Well, it's a shame having our country being known for a very depressing issue, and we should seriously prevent that. I see that our social campaign, which is resisting teenage pregnancy, is an opportunity as well to minimize poverty in our country because, as what I've said, poverty is one of the many complications of teenage pregnancies. So now, let me talk about some basic ways to prevent becoming a teen parent, or what we know as teenage pregnancy. This is addressed to our dear parents because I think that they have the most responsibility to guide their children, especially with this kind of very serious matter. First on the line is to be clear about your sexual values and attitudes. Be a role model to them, and as a parent, you should stand on your beliefs and values regarding this matter for you to be able to keep your child from suffering this unfortunate situation. Next is to be specific with your children when talking about sex. Talking with your children about sex will not encourage them to become sexually active. It's just important that your children can feel comfortable asking you questions, especially with this kind of topics. Do your best to become an askable parent. Third tip is to supervise and monitor your children's activities. Letting your children know that you care for them will make them appreciate it, and it will result in them to behave accordingly. Next is to discourage early, frequent, and steady dating. Long before your children ask if he or she can date a certain person, make yourself clear that one-on-one dating can lead to serious trouble. Another effective way to prevent your kids from teenage pregnancy is to know your children's friends and families. Keeping track of your kids' circles is one of the most important things you should be doing to make sure that they are safe and sound. Emphasize how much you value education. Especially now that we are in pandemic and schools are shut down, teens are more vulnerable to teenage pregnancy because of the absence of physical learning and more engaged in technology. With this regard, parents and guardians should be more focused on keeping their eyes on their children. Down to our next tip, help your children have options for the future that are much more attractive than parenthood. Help them set real meaningful goals for their future and help them reach these goals. Most importantly, strive for a relationship that is warm and affectionate, firm in discipline, and rich in communication. Emphasize mutual trust and respect, And there are so many ways to do this, and I think that there's no need for me to say it all. So there you have it. Teens, I hope that through this message, I can remind you that life has so much to offer and we don't need to rush things out. Don't be fragile enough to be driven by your curiosities, and be patient in waiting for the right timing for everything. Remember that God is always with us.